A new study out of Bristol University in England has found that vegetarians are twice as likely to be depressed as meat eaters. City health expert Bryce Wylde joining us now with tips on how vegetarians out there can supplement their diet for better physical and mental health. So this is overall such an interesting study.
Very interesting. There's been others that have done, but they looked at thousands of people, distilled it down to about 350 men, by the way. So let's get that out there. So this is men of women who were pregnant at the time. So there's a bit of a what's going on there. But at the end of the day, what they found is these men generally reported feeling a lot more depressed. In fact, twice as depressed as their counterparts who are meat eaters. So we can't just extrapolate what we want from this. I can tell you right off the bat, out of the gate, if you're vegetarian or you're vegan and you're watching the show, we're not saying it's bad. What we're reporting is the latest science behind what these studies reveal.
And where is it deficient? What might be lacking that's leading to that?
Let's define what a vegetarian diet is first and foremost, because we're not talking about veganism strictly. So veganism is when you avoid all animal product, everything that comes from an animal,
dairy,
period.
eggs.
Dairy, eggs, everything. Vegetarians typically a little bit more balanced. So the focus is primarily, nutrients that come from, plant-based sources. So nuts, seeds, beans, legumes, grains, and tofu. So extracts of soy, for example, to give you a bit of protein. That's a vegetarian diet. You can add on to that. The lacto-ovo vegetarian is somebody who eats eggs and yogurt. Add on to that fish, and I think this is probably one of the best diets out there, bingo, pescatarian diets. Now, Michael Pollan, really well-renowned writer, New York Times bestseller, he has a slogan. I love this slogan. It goes like this: eat food. What he means by that is eat real food. Not too much, because we overeat in North America, especially refined stuff, which is garbage deficient in nutrients for the for the most part, and mainly plants. But the caveat is mainly, not only, right? So red meat, once or twice a week, in my book, so long as it's organic, is probably the best diet out there, right? I grew up vegetarian.
So it's also the Mediterranean diet. I just came back from Sardinia, the Blue Zone. They only have red meat once a week on Sunday.
Absolutely. That's, in my opinion, the way to go. So why are these reports coming out about vegetarians being a little more depressed? Well, it turns out our bodies need vitamin B12. And not just any B12 that comes from meat, because it's really a vitamin that's only found in meat.
Is it just red meat?
In red meat.
Is it also in eggs?
In red meat. That's the thing. That's what seems to be missing out of the vegetarian diet, is that red meat. And there are other things as well, choline, certain other types of B vitamin derivatives, and certain amino acids that are hard to get from this. Now, furthermore, these nuts here and some of these other ingredients are very high in omega-6. We hear about omega-3, and that's really important from fish, but they're not found in this stuff. They're, in particular nuts, omega-6, which is not only pro-inflammatory. We get way too much of this in our diet this day and age. But it also may, especially in a man, induce depression. Furthermore, phytoestrogens found in yams, in oats, in quinoa, and grains, sprouts, in particular tofu, phyto, meaning coming from plants, estrogen, which is the female dominant. I've got estrogen in me, you've got testosterone in you, but it's all about balance. When you get imbalanced, you can predispose yourself to certain hormone-related conditions.
So if you're supplementing protein, and you think everyone always says, it's so great to eat a lot of nuts, if you have too many, it's not good for you either.
Absolutely. So look, we talked off camera about the whole idea is that we're genetically predisposed to certain things. We come from all kinds of places around the planet. I'm revealing today, actually, for the first time ever, a genome project that I've been involved with for some time. We look at your DNA through a simple spit test. It's a little spit test here.
A swab.
We look at your DNA, we submit it to Genome Canada, McGill University, and what they do is they wash through the genes and determine what nutrients, whether you're vegan or you're a meat eater, you need more or less of.
So it's called nutrients because you customize it to what your DNA requires.
So this is a very important point. We're beginning to end, farm to finish here, So I've been around the world, as you know, seeking and basically curating all of these ingredients that I feel are best in class. And what we are not any longer is a one-size-fits-all multi. We're not doing that. We are customizing it to your particular genetic expression and ingredients that I've procured that are best in class, and we literally compound them on site. And
for your needs. That makes so much sense. Thank you so much, because one diet doesn't fit all, one vitamin doesn't fit all. It's where it's going, and it makes sense.
Diet, nutrition, lifestyle for the individual.
At Wylde on Health. For more on Twitter, you always get so many questions. BreakfastTelevision.ca. Over to you, Tam.